Welcome back to the PWC channel for another battle of our Plasma division this season. And this is a very exciting battle between Alfhan and Gurtbilbo. So these are two coaches that I'm very excited about that they are in the league this season because Gurtbilbo is a PWC legend. I think the PWC was his very first league back in season 4 a couple of years ago. And he has since grown to become a well-known player in the draft league community. And we are so glad to have him back for season. What is this? Season 8? Season 9? I have lost track myself. I think it's season 9, right? Yeah, it is season 9. He has been gone since season 5, and we are so glad to have him back in our Plasma division this season. And the other coach is Alfhan. So Alfhan I've known for a couple of years as well. So yeah, I think we have been around since 2021, the both of us, and yeah. And this is his debut season in the PWC, and I'm so excited to see what these guys can bring. I think both of them should be considered among the favorites of the Plasma division, at least in my estimation. I don't want to pressure anyone, of course, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, we shall see how this matchup goes. So Alfhan had a tough week 1, I believe. I think they lost, I don't know, against who? Another strong player, I believe. But Gurtbilbo just 6-0'd or 5-0'd Scary Smoliv. Insane debut or comeback, I should say. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how it goes from here. And yeah, I will let these guys know that I'm ready. And we shall go straight into it. So signature for Gurtbilbo will be the Frostmoth, and for Alfhan, I will have to guess. I would guess it's of course it's the Cooperacha, which is Alphan's. The team is named after Cooperacha. They are the Copenhagen Cooperachas. All right, so yeah. And we have the lead matchup, so that's clearly in Alphan's favor, of course. I guess Gurtbilbo wanted to get an early ceaseless edge off here, as spikes do indeed look very good into Alphan's team. But yeah, Alfhan smartly was not having it and leads off with his fighting type here. So yeah, that means that Gurt will have to think of a switch here. I mean, the U-turn does look kind of likely as well, but I mean, it's really a no drawback play for Alfhan here. Could also close combat just to make sure that there are definitely not any spikes being set up turn 1. But yeah, I think just anticipating the switch out with the U-turn here is what's gonna happen, and that's exactly what happens. And I think Gurt probably expected that and said, well, then I might as well get one ceaseless edge off here, get a spike on the field. Yeah, which, as I said, would be annoying with all these mons that are resistant to rocks but not to spikes in Cooperacha, Donphan, and Mienshao. All right, but he does not decide to click the ceaseless edge, but instead went for a flip turn. Very interesting. So, first of all, I didn't even know that Samurott Hisui got flip turn. That's a huge buff, honestly. I think that's new. I did not know that was a thing, but yeah, that's a good move on it, for sure. But yeah, still, I think there was not exactly a trade-off that Gurt probably wanted. So trading like 65% of Samurott's health for a little bit of chip on Altaria, that's not something that I would want, but yeah, anyway. Interesting. Goes into the Ogre Pond Cornerstone, and looking at it, that looks like a really good mon against Alphan's team, just because I think it gets low kick, and Cooperacha is a big boy, so low kick is going to be at least 120 base power. I think that's the maximum, so that's going to be it. And yeah, other than that, he doesn't have a resist for the combination of flying and rock, grass and rock, I should say. So yeah, that's going to be a good mon in this matchup. So yeah, we see the Ivy Cutgill, but we also see that it does a lot of damage to the Cooperacha, so it might be banded. This might also be a not very defensive Cooperacha. If it's not banded, and it's also not the fighting type berry, then it's gonna die to a low kick here, for sure. So yeah, that's something for Gurt to calc right here. But just my first instinct in seeing this damage is that it's gonna be Wow, huge terror right there. That it's gonna be Choice Bandit, but it's not. And we see Terra Bug on Corporajna, very interesting. So yeah, that was just specific low kick counterplay. Insane move right there. But yeah, unfortunately, it does not quite pay off as he probably wanted to because, yeah, right now he doesn't really have a switch into the Ivy Cutgill anymore. That's going to be annoying for him. So yeah, we do see the likely choice Scarfed Mienshao, which is just going to U-turn here. But I think from now on, even though it's at 1%, obviously, but it's still going to be a threat whenever it comes in, just because it's really tough to switch into. But then again, Donphan might have Ice Shard. Weavile probably has Ice Shard. And also, obviously, outspeeds the Ogre Pawn anyway. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to get hits off with this thing from now on. So yeah, I wonder if he's just gonna sack it here. Banking on a possible Scarf bluff here. Which I don't think that's likely, honestly. It's gonna be choice Scarf. But we will see. And yeah, the Dragapult does not look insanely good right now, just because there's a whole Sylveon that needs to be dealt with first. And looking at Gurtbilbo's team, he doesn't have a Fairy Resist, unless this is like Terra Steel or something. He does indeed not have a single Fairy Resist, and yeah, the Sylveon looks insane, honestly. It's very good against Hitmontop, it's good against Raikou, it's good against Samurott, and it's obviously good against the Dragapult as well. So yeah, this is going to be an insane mon for Alfhan, just looking at it. This pretty much has to be some sort of Terra to deal with a Fairy type, I believe. He can't just rely on the raw bulk, which it definitely has on the special side, but then again, it also doesn't have any recovery, so yeah. That might become a problem for Gurt later in the match. But yeah, right now he has to make the decision whether or not he wants to let go of this Ogre Pawn. I could see a case both ways. He does have the Hitmontop, if it is Intimidate, to switch into this thing right now. Obviously, he could also be insane and go into Dragapult, but you risk the knockoff there. So yeah, that's he's not gonna click close combat. Like with Dragapult being around, if he's choice scarfed, he's not gonna want to lock himself into a fighting move. So he's just gonna U-turn. I'm very sure of that. The only other alternative I could see would be a knockoff. But knockoff allows for Ceaseless Edge after the kill, so I think we're gonna see the U-turn here. Which is exactly what we do see, and I believe this was the right play by Gurt. He could have been greedy and saved the sack for a later date and just go into Hitmontop. But yeah, that's... I don't know. I agree with the sack here. I probably would have done the same thing. But yeah, now Alfhan has to make a decision what he wants to go into. The damage on Samurott was really big for Alfhan as well, just because it opens up a lot of potential for the Weavile. There's still the Hitmontop standing in its way, but this was a big wall standing in the way of Weavile, this Samurott as well. It needed a lot of health chipped before Weavile could take it out, but now it probably can from this range. And we do see that he does have the Intimidate Hitmontop, so that was also why he was probably hesitant to switch into Mienshao. He needs to preserve the health on it for Weavile. Alright, we do say Toxic on Sylveon. So Toxic on Sylveon is going to be huge. If he does not have Heal Ball, obviously. But yeah, the Hyper Voice is gonna be a major threat this match. So whenever this gets chipped, Gurt just chooses a sack every time. So yeah, he should be very happy about this Toxic. Poverty Volcarona is the Frostmoth. Well, I mean, with Terra, it's actually pretty threatening, right? You can Terra into so many great types, like ground ice, that's so threatening. But it still doesn't have the greatest speed tier in the world, so yeah, that's always going to be a problem. But yeah, there we go. Whoa, he switches out. So he's not confident to be able to take out this Copperacha. Interesting. So I mean, it could definitely be Assault Vest, of course. That's always a viable option on Copperacha. So yeah, I think that's very patient. But he's still getting the worst end of all of these turns, or many of these turns, I should say. Yeah, definitely Assault Vest right there. Oh, interesting choice going for the Heavy Slam right there. A little bit of an over-prediction in my opinion. But yeah, did get the burn right there. And now gets some damage on the Sylveon. Wow, that's very good for Gurt. He's going to be happy about that. So I think Alfhan, I don't know what his plan is. He might want to try and wish up the Copperacha here. But yeah, any damage on Sylveon is like not ideal, I would say. Wow, what is he doing right now? He's okay. So Gurt just came back into the match big time here with these last couple of turns. He should be very happy. Alfhan should, that the Mienshao didn't die. Obviously now he can regenerate it back again, but this was very close potential roll even. So yeah, got off with a. Oh yeah, he got off. What do you say in English? He got away with one there. All right, now he gets the U-turn. Gurt has to sack another mon, yet another mon to this annoying Mienshao. But yeah, now Alphan's team is a little bit chipped right now. The Copperacha is pretty much useless now. Donphan's still at full and still with the Terra in the back, so that's nice, I guess. But like, for example, if this is like Terra Ground or it's tough. After one Quiver Dance, it still can't outspeed Weavile, so yeah, there's still some work to be done before it can sweep, but it might be a potential win con late game. The same thing goes for Dragapult, because we know it's leftovers, the Sylveon is. So yeah, if it's a Dragon Dance set, it could be a win con, but there's the Ice Shard to go around and the Donphan Terra, which is not revealed yet. And yeah, obviously it might well be a Terra to deal with Dragapult just because it's pulled. All right, there we go. We do have the Poverty Volcarona hitting the battlefield here. And there are no switch-ins left for Alfhan, so he needs to sack something. And he's gonna sack the Copperacha here. I'm very sure of it. Oh no, he goes into Weavile. What the hell? Okay. Interesting choice. Why did he go into Weavile? I'm confused. What is Alphan planning here? Like right now, he definitely is gonna lose it just because he can now just go for the Bug Buzz. It might be Focus Sash, but I doubt it. Why would it be Focus Sash? It's not gonna work against Pulled, obviously, with the Dragon Darts, so he's gonna lose the Weavile here. Interesting choice. What? He must have expected just... He goes for Quiver Dance. Interesting. You should still get outsped by this Weavile, unless I'm unable to muff, but I'm very much able to muff. Okay, I'm confused right now. What is happening here? Why did he go for Quiver and then switch out? He could have just Bug Bust. Maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe just is like, yeah, obviously. Yeah, his sub Quiver Dance is gonna be Ice Beam, Terra Blast. Yeah, right. But then again, he should still have gone for the chip damage in that case. Huh. Well, Now he lost the leftovers on the Hitmontop. So yeah, I think still it's still dangerous for Alfhan, but yeah, he's very much in the lead here. Like his team is chipped, but he still has all the relevant checks alive for Dragapult and for the Frostmoth as well. Now he doubles one more time. He did not get damage off on the Weavile last time, which I still don't understand. And yeah, I'm still confused about this sequence right there. Now once again, like what prevents Alfhan from just going straight back out into Weavile? He knows he doesn't have Bug Buzz now. He's Ice Beam Terra Blast. So yeah. The substitute is nice because it doesn't have... Yeah, he goes straight back into Weavile. That's the correct play. Wow, look at all this chip. He could have had this chip last time. How valuable would that have been? Well, there we go. Needs to go back into the Hitmontop. Maybe he's gonna do something insane and predict a double on Alphan's part. We shall see. Like, Gurt needs to get aggressive at some point. Because right now he's definitely losing the match here. Alright, there's the double. Interesting choice. Doubles into Altaria. Gets off a Ceaseless Edge right here. And a Heal Bell. So yeah, that's nice. Sylveon getting healed up right there. But yeah, he also eats 3 layers of spikes right here. So that's very annoying. Oh, but he's defog. Alright. Yeah, but still he's gonna... This is not gonna end well because he doesn't have enough roosts and Ceaseless Edge has so many PP. So yeah, he's gonna have at least 1 layer of spikes up in the end if he keeps... Oh boy, alright. Yeah, that's game. That's game. That was unfortunate for Gurt. Yeah, he didn't expect the Brave Bird there, which I can understand. Yeah, that's GG. Gurt said it immediately as well. So yeah, very tough match, honestly. That's unfortunate for our Season 4 runner-up. He was the runner-up in Division 2 in Season 4. Now Alfhan says in the chat, my ability to choke is near unmatched. I wouldn't say GG yet, LOL. Well, yeah, I mean... I have seen Alfhan choke games, but no, he's not gonna choke this one. I'm very sure of it. He can just go into Sylveon here, claim a kill with Hyper Voice, like nothing he can do. He could also, obviously, he could go into Mienshao. I'm not sure, like, if this has Aqua Jet as well, maybe it could kill. I'm not sure from this range. Gert says, not a 6-0 Wii vibe. It does not have Aqua Jet by the looks of it. And now he can go into Sylveon and get off a Hyper Voice if he wants to. But he opts to go into Altaria instead. Also very viable for the Brave Bird. What's he gonna do here? He's gonna Toxic. I was just thinking maybe he could sack the Samurott here and then get off a Dragon Dance with Dragapult on the Altaria. Because like the only thing stopping him right now would be the Donphan. And like he could bank on Weavile not having Ice Shard, even though it's gonna have Ice Shard, but like at this point you have to think of ways to win, right? So I think after Dragon Dance, Sylveon would be in range of the metal code or whatever the move is called. And the Donphan, depending, it would still be able to deal with Dragapult, pretty sure, but it was the only way to win, I believe. Only potential way to win. Now he just, well, what does he do here? Like he can't, I was gonna say he can't lock himself into close combat. Yeah, now. Okay, so what does Alfhan do here now? Pretty much has to go into Sylveon, right? Or because now he gets a free Dragon Dance off. Does he go into Donphan? Because if he goes into Donphan and Gurt switches back out into, say, this thing right here, sacks the Hitmontop and then goes into this, then it might be uncomfortable again because... it's tough. It's tough. Pretty much has to go for it here. He gets the free Dragon Dance now. He can definitely... Oh, okay, he is not even Dragon Dance. So yeah, that's it. Like, there's no way to win for Gurt anymore, I don't think. If he's like Bandit, he can't lock himself into Dragon move. The Ghost move is not going to do the trick. Weavile is not chipped enough. Had he done the second Ice Beam earlier, then it might have been enough, but this way it's not. So yeah. Still looking tough for Gurt here. Now he's going to be able to chip the Sylveon some more. But yeah, that's going to be a tough win to make happen here. So yeah, there's the Hyper Voice. That would have been great all game long, as Gurt did indeed not have a single resist for it. We did not find out the Terra type on Frostmoth, unfortunately. Alfhan says in the chat, Razor Shell isn't high crit, right? Surely. I think it actually is high crit. I'm pretty sure. There was like its gimmick before sharpness was a thing. It was a high crit move. But I gotta say, 4-0 for how this match went is not the worst result for Gurt. It could have been way worse, in my opinion. But yeah, he's not gonna win it. I don't see a way. He's thinking about what to do here. Goes into Pult, which makes sense, but yeah, goes for U-turn. That's not gonna do anything. And let's see, maybe he can get another kill. I'm interested to find out what this... Oh, he's special with U-turn as well. Yeah, that was rough. All right, but that also means that Alfhan gets the first win this season, which is nice. I expect both these guys to play a very good role this season, even though Gurt did not have the best showing right now, but I mean, that happens to the best of them. So yeah, that's to be expected sometimes. He definitely had an amazing week one with a huge win over Scary Smoliv, who himself is a very, or who themselves are a very great player, I believe. Scary Smoliv is a they. So yeah, well, congrats to Alfhan for the very good win here. Great prep, great play. And yeah, Gurt, I'm sure, will be back next week with a better result. And yeah, with that, I will leave you guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.